Hello, today we're going to be making an ultra wideband bow tie antenna. For this, we're going to have some coax cable for a Wi-Fi router and a connector so that it can connect here, right? So we can just screw it on nice and easy. We also need a tin. I am using a caramel treat tin. I have washed it and peeled off the label. And then the tools we are going to use, we've got some pliers and stuff for stripping the coax cable, some tin cutters and a hacksaw to cut the tin, measuring and marking stuff, and then stuff to drill. We're going to be using a 5mm drill bit, a 3mm drill bit and a 2mm drill bit, and then our soldering iron and some solder. So we're going to start by trying to cut our tin so we can flatten it out. Now that you've got your piece of tin, we flattened ours using pliers and a hammer. You can do it however you like. So now we're just going to use these measurements, transfer it onto here. Okay, so there's our drawing. Now we're going to cut it out using the tin snips. Now it's ready for drilling. So now we've got our hole, we're just going to clean it up. Now that we have our 3 holes drilled, the middle one we can see the coax goes through. Then the next smallest one we're going to strip just the outside insulation, and then we're going to fold back the braiding. And then the small one we're going to strip the dielectric away for. So we don't want too much. We're just going to use the Stanley knife and lightly strip away the insulation. There's the braiding, which we're now going to fold back. And now we're going to strip a bit of the dielectric. So I'm going to go over there. So now we're just folding the braiding back. Feed it through the center hole. Now we're going to fold back the braiding. So we're just going to carefully bend this over. So now we folded it over, got the dielectric through. So now we're going to solder the braiding on to this leaf. We're just going to push it down. Okay, now we're going to solder this leaf to the braiding over there. The braiding's at the bottom and we're just going to solder that down to make sure it makes good contact and doesn't move around. So now we have soldered it down nicely, and we're going to just fold over the next piece that it can go over the inner conductor. There. Now we're going to fold this over. We can solder this down. Not too tight because we don't want to distort the dielectric in the coax cable. Now we're just going to solder this down.